heard what P. Chidambaram said earlier today, clearly taking up both the issue of America naming the ISI in the supplementary charge sheet, as well as the question of Dawood. From Islamabad tonight, I am joined by Vice Air Marshal Shehzad Chaudhary, Ajit Doval, former Director, Intelligence Bureau, and KC Singh, former Secretary, Ministry of External Affairs. My first question is to you, Air Marshal Chaudhary. You have seen today this American charge sheet, which clearly says that the ISI carried out 2611. Now, this is not the standard, Indian document which you can dismiss. This is an American charge sheet, and it mentions this ISI officer called Major Iqbal, who carried out 2611 from Lahore. You've seen that, and I'd like to know your response to it, Air Marshal.
I haven't seen this particular charge sheet that you're talking about. If you're talking about a WikiLeaks report about the Hafiz Saeed and Hafiz Lakhvi, no, that's a different matter altogether. I cannot absolutely find out exactly what document are you referring to. I haven't seen a charge sheet at all. In today's entire reports that I have seen, I have not noticed.
I am referring to the case that has been filed in an American court in the whole case of US versus Ilyas Kashmiri, Sajid Mir, Abu Kafa, Mazhar Iqbal, Tahawwur Hussain Rana. In that particular case, the American government has named 5 people as the conspirators in 2611, the Mumbai terror attack. The 5th person there is the Pakistan ISI officer, the handler, who's got the name of Major Iqbal.
Yeah, we've heard about Major Iqbal before. This is not the first time that we're hearing it from you. Major Iqbal has been indicated and reported with respect to Headley earlier in the Indian reports as well. So this is nothing new. I don't know the excitement that seems to be there in India today for whatever reasons. I must frankly admit I have missed this particular report of someone filing a case against the ISI or Major Iqbal of the ISI. I don't know who this major is. But all I know is that for every Major Iqbal, there's a Colonel Purohit in India. So let's for the moment forget about that and consider the fact that Pakistan and India have exchanged 9 dossiers already as far as the 2611 is concerned.
Yes.
Why do we want to refer back to the August report of Secretary of State and bring that up again when that has already been, I'm sure, in many ways discussed between Pakistan and India already in the last 2 years?
No, it's a question of perspective. I'm quite sure, Air Marshal Chaudhary, that it is normal and routine in Pakistan for intelligence agencies to be involved in massacres. It's slightly out of the ordinary in India, and therefore the excitement which you describe as excitement. But I'll let Mr. Doval respond to. Mr. Doval, could you please explain what is the significance?
No. Let me respond to that.
I just want Mr. Doval, Mr. Chaudhary, to explain the significance.
No. The characterization that you make is as absolutely uncalled for. I don't think it makes for a reasonable debate.
I just want, because you said that I don't know what is the importance of America naming an ISI man in the 2611 charge sheet. I just draw in.
Yeah, you've already exchanged 9 dossiers between Pakistan and India.
Yes.
Why do you need to go back to Major Iqbal and Colonel Purohit
again? Yes, because the dossiers, Marshal Chaudhary, which if I'm not mistaken, your Interior Minister or Mr. Bashir called outdated. Today I'm not talking about those dossiers, Mr. Chaudhary. Today I'm talking about an American government charge sheet. On Major Iqbal, an ISI officer posted in Lahore,
about a case and an issue?
Handling David Coleman Headley. Let me get Mr. Doval to respond. Mr. Doval, what is the significance of this?
I think the import of the matter lies in 3 things. Firstly, India in its charge sheet had found Major Iqbal, Major Samir and former Major retired Abdul Rahman, Sayyid Abdul Rahman as involved in this. Right now, it is the American prosecutors who have found sufficient credible evidence on the basis of it he could be charge sheeted. Number 1. The second import lies in the fact that what is he being indicted for? Is it that he had links only with the Lashkar-e-Toiba? Is it that he was just a sympathizer of that? No. He has been charged for financing $25,000 in one tranche for going and getting all the places videoed and photographed, which subsequently became the target of Mumbai attack.
Yes.
He was also charged for having trained them and told them that what all intelligence is required to be done, and opening up first an office in Mumbai and then later closing it up and starting another office in Delhi, for which another $15,000 were given to him. So these charges are of very, very serious nature. It's a direct complicity, conspiracy and involvement in the act. The third import is that he is a serving ISI officer, and he would not be doing it on his own. He would be an officer at the executive level. He must be doing it. That is a normal presumption in any regimented, disciplined organization made with the army or the intelligence services,
because
that it is a thing. Now, in view of these three things, it becomes and assumes a special import. Well, we aren't excited, but we are deeply concerned.
Yes.
We knew all of it, that's why we are not excited. We knew this and much more about the ISI's very deep involvement.
Marshal Chaudhary, you know, before I get KC Singh, give you a chance to respond to, you know, the point that is coming across is that America can be asked, why have you announced this now? Why, India wants to know, why didn't you tell us this 3 months back? But you see, increasingly what is coming across is the ISI has been a fantastic harborer, supporter of terror organizations and acts of terrorism. Now, whether that is supporting, hiding Osama on one side, getting this man called Major Iqbal to carry out 26/11, handling David Coleman Headley, you know, the ISI's role is deeply unfortunate and suspect. That's why this is significant, Mr. Chaudhary. I'm sure in Pakistan also there is concern about what on earth the ISI has been up to.
I think in Pakistan, we have currently another issue at hand, which is of much bigger concern to us at this moment than what you're talking about. It is quite usual within South Asia to see a fallen guy and, you know, sort of rub further in when the other side is down. Now, that I can understand very well as a South Asian culture. The difficulties or the issues that we have in Pakistan at the moment are quite different from the issues that you bring up
But
today.
they're all linked.
If there has been a case filed in the US court about whatever measures or whatever, let it proceed. What's the hurry? You and I cannot on a television station or a chat show begin to decide cases or begin to decide as to what's going to happen to the ISI, what's going to happen to Major Iqbal or Colonel Prohit. I'm sorry to say, we should avoid that situation whereby you and I become the jury and the judge.
No, it's absolutely not. But you know, I think just before you came in, 5 minutes before you came in, the Indian Home Minister, who is one of the most powerful politicians in the country, plays an important role in the government. He did very strongly assert the fact that there is a great significance to America putting the name of this man, Major Iqbal. And when Mr. P. Chidambaram says it, obviously it expresses the concern of the Indian government as well. So it's not just, you know, ordinary chat on a television show, but KC, I'd like you to put this in perspective on to Air Marshal Chaudhary tonight. You've heard his point of view.
Right. Arnav, what has happened is, with this indictment, these charges have been known earlier.
Yes.
But there was a reluctance on the part of US to really name the ISI. They didn't want to specifically name. But now we are dealing with a situation which has come after Osama's killing. Therefore, there is a post-Osama reaction which is taking place. What was happening till now was that US was not seriously looking at Lashkar-e-Taiba as having links to Al-Qaeda. Now, these links had been emerging, we had been mentioning them, but US was not taking it seriously. You take Sajid Mir, one of the persons who's been named today. In 2005, Arnab, I've just done the research, when the cricket match took place, we've talked of cricket diplomacy. He came on a visa to watch the cricket match in India. He disappeared for 15 days, and this is before the 2006 blast.
Exactly.
10 other persons who came for the cricket, no, just listen, let me just sum it up. 10 other persons disappeared after that. No, secondly, Sajid Mir has already been sentenced to life imprisonment in France because a French counterterrorism judge held him responsible for training a French national, Willy Brigitte, who went to Australia and tried committing acts against the Australians. Now, this is not Lashkar-e-Taiba going against India. This is Lashkar-e-Taiba operatives going against the West or people who had sent forces to Afghanistan. This counterterrorism judge, French judge, warned from 2005 onwards, told the Americans, asked Pakistan for arresting this person. No response came from Pakistan. 2007, they've sentenced him. Now, these are the people where you suddenly find that really it is one group which is operating. 2005 again becomes important because Osama starts living in Abbottabad.
Yes.
Again, just see Mr. Taj, the former DG ISI, Nadeem Taj. Nadeem Taj takes over at DG ISI in 2007. He is removed 2 months before the operation in Mumbai.
Yes.
But before that, he was the commandant of the training school in Abbottabad. 2 years he was in Abbottabad. Why is everything coming to Abbottabad? Why is it happening from 2005?
So there are links.
The logical reason is that, that from 2005, Pakistan made a determination that the Americans are stuck in Iraq.
Yes.
Taliban is going to come back in Afghanistan. And they started, I think, relinking with Al-Qaeda, relinking these groups. And that is where the planning for attacking India 2006 blast, 2008 comes in. That's why these characters are important. Suddenly the plot is becoming clearer. All the characters are, it's like a Shakespearean play. Now
Okay.
you know how it happened. Otherwise they were individual characters. We didn't know who was doing what.
Okay. Who created the Al-Qaeda? Raymond Vickery, former Assistant Secretary of Commerce of the United States. Mr. Vickery, I don't know if you saw that very passionate speech that the Pakistani Prime Minister addressed today, but he squarely put the finger at America. He's saying, you created Osama bin Laden. What right do you have to complain now?
Well, the U.S. didn't create Osama bin Laden. There's no question about that. I think the positive thing about the statement from the Prime Minister today was that they're going to have a full investigation. Obviously, Pakistan has a lot to answer for. I don't think it helps any to try to point fingers. The United States is not trying to embarrass Pakistan. What we want is answers. It is exceedingly strange and unexplainable at this point how Osama bin Laden could live under the very nose of the Pakistan military, ISI, for this long and not be detected. Now, the United States government has said that we have no information which would say that the government of Pakistan knew, and so we accept that. But it's a question of where do you go from here? And in that regard, it seems to me India, the United States, and the Pakistan government have a similar interest in a need to get at the facts and to make the fight on terrorism more effective than ever.
So, Mr. Marshal Chaudhary, you're hearing it here not from Delhi tonight or from Mumbai?